Girl, have y'all been hearing what's going on between Pat, Funky Dineva, and Trigger? When I tell you it's some nasty stuff brewing. So I don't know if you guys know, but yesterday, Pat, she went out and she was on a Breakfast Club and she was telling that Tigger is a big hater, okay? She told her experience, how she got fired. So Funky Dineva, he tells his story and he talks about Pat. And he tells how, Pat was not a great person when he was working with her because he has experience with her. He was telling his story just like she told her story about Tigger. So, honey, Pat was calling around the world, finding out who knew Funky. She said, Funky, you better keep my name out your mouth or we gon' you know what? Because you know how Pat don't care if you a man or a woman, honey. She's ready to throw down. So I want you guys to listen to this and let's cover this. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot. I'm your host, Gigi, and I will be stopping and going because I got something to say. Let's go.
Show. Well, apparently, Miss Pat and team got a hold of the video, and Miss Pat this morning got to calling around Atlanta, calling various people that we know in common, and was upset. Told one person to tell their friend to keep my MFing name keep her MFing name out my mouth, and that I lied on her, that I'm lying, that never happened, and that if I had that problem, why didn't I talk to her or talk to one of the producers? And she, called multiple people, whatever, trying to get my phone number, whatever the case may be, saying how she liked me and how she got a new show coming out and that she planned to put me in her new show. How convenient. Here's what I want to say.
Ooh, girl, Funky Dineva don't want to hear it, Miss Pat. Miss Pat, you didn't even get a chance to talk to Funky Dineva, okay? Because he ain't said he talked to you directly. He said that you was calling around trying to figure out, how you wanted to talk to him directly, but he said, no, ma'am. Okay. But he's going to tell you, he's going to address you on a show. So listen here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Funky.
Miss Pat, there's nothing for you and I to discuss, love. There is absolutely nothing for you and I to discuss. We're not friends. I don't work for you. I don't work with you. I don't have any interest in ever working with you again. I don't have anything personal against you whatsoever, and by no means was I trying to malign you, your business, or that production. I was simply sharing my experience. Now, things get a little upsetting when folks call you liars, about something that you experienced firsthand.
I just got to stop, and I just want to give kudos to Funky Dineva for not bending the knee to the girls in Hollywood, because Miss Pat, she's a Hollywood girl, and you know what they say about these Hollywood individuals. They have so much power and influence, they think everybody's going to bend the knee. Funky Dineva, it seems like he is on his independence. You understand? So kudos for him, and it seems like if you betray Funky Dineva, if you disrespect Funky Dineva, honey, he don't got time for the bull crap. He is not going to allow you to play in his face again. Miss Pat, you're going to have to start treating people nice out here in the workplace. Okay? And you can tell how she comes across. Maybe she is not the nicest person, I mean, I would not think she's nice at all how she comes across. I guess she's funny. But I believe what Funky said about her. Let's go.
All right. So if I need to jog your memory, Miss Pat, it was one of the mornings. We were in a circle. Mary Lou was the director. We were in a circle. We were east of the bleachers. Over there where y'all's permanent set is, we were east of the bleachers, sitting in the circle. Everyone had their scripts and whatnot in their laps. You were late that morning. You were late because you had whatever event that was going on that upset you. While we were reading and doing our work, you stormed in upset and you said something to the effect of, don't a Nan M. Alpha say nothing to me today, because if you do, yada, yada, yada.
Now, I got something to say about that, Funky. First of all, you disrespecting everybody's time by being late, Miss Pat. And you've been in Hollywood for a long time. You should know. But it seems like she has the attitude she don't care. She thinks she's all that because she's Miss Pat. So, you know, you can wait on her, but I bet you she ain't going to want to wait on you. I bet you if somebody else had a bad attitude coming to the set, she'll probably have something to say. It's okay if she can do it, but you can't do it. See, that's that Hollywood bullshit, that elitism that we got to get on out of here. But go ahead.
You go get it the way what I done been through this morning or the way I feel this morning. You said something very rude and disgruntled to the group. You were not talking to anyone in particular. You were not talking to me directly. You said it out loud, and then you exclaimed very loudly and very rudely for somebody to go get my breakfast. Listen, love, I have no skin in this game, no dog in the fight. I have absolutely no reason whatsoever to pull this story out of thin air and to lie on you. As a matter of fact, I actually was not going to address it again on the show, because I don't want any static with you and I don't want any bad blood with your production. However, I thought to myself, you know, based on people who I know around you and what I experienced on your production, that people are scared of you. People are scared of you, whether they're scared to get fired or whether they're just scared of your demeanor or whether they're scared of the hostile environment that would be created on your set if they spoke up for themselves. And that's why some of your bad behavior goes unchecked. And because people are scared of you, I said, you know what? I'm going to make it my business to reiterate what happened. And I'm going to speak for the people on your production who don't have a voice because they are scared to speak.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, honey. That's why we need people like Funky Dineva and the Funky Bunch, because they are brave enough to go against the elite Hollywood, okay? Girl, what do you guys think about that? So now I want to fast forward it. How did Pat even come to discussion? Well, Pat went on The Breakfast Club and she had a lot to say about Tigger, okay? So this is what she had to say about Tigger.
On the way. I'd have never thought I was going to get fired from that job.
So you had no idea?
No, me and Shamil didn't have no idea. No idea at all. I just knew they was going to renew her contract and I was going to go on by my business because I was never there. And I could never be there. But that's what happened when you work with a hater. And I'm just going to go on and say it. I don't even care because that can't nobody whoop my ass.
Who's the hater?
You know who the hater is, Tigger. Tigger's the biggest damn hater. I mean,
So she can go on platforms and talk shit about Tigger and everybody else and tell her truth. But you cannot tell your truth about her. You see how Hollywood like to play those games?
You had a good show and you messed it up because of your ego. And I think it's because I would come in there and say, I know it because I didn't care. I said, look, I don't need a job. I work here. This my husband check. I ain't never spent the check up here. I'm working for my husband a check. I ain't never spent the V103 check. This is my husband check. And it is, you know, when you work with somebody who, it's just jealousy. To me, it was jealousy. Really, I'm just gonna go and put it out there. And if you call me, we can fight in the street. It was jealousy. I bought a G-Wagon. Your truck cost more than both of my cars. I said, well, buy you another car so we can be equal.
Damn it. Damn, Miss Pat.
Talking shit. I like that.
Yeah, you know, another thing is that we was all equal. So you couldn't talk down to nobody. And you weren't gonna talk down to me no way, because I would have whooped you like, hey, back in the day when I went back on Section 8, I used to always want to get fined so my rent can go back down to free. So I didn't give a crap. But I was really, when they walked me in now and they said, we're not renewing your contract, because I said I was leaving in August, I was so shocked. I said, y'all gonna fire me?
Wow.
Do you know these people get up to listen to me? Don't nobody listen to this crap.
Miss Pat got a hit podcast, hit TV show.
All right, so there it is. Pat, she went out. She was telling her truth and her experience on that radio show. And she says that he was a hater and he's jealous of her, okay? So Funky Dineva, what he does commentary on what's hot and what's trending. Yesterday, that news story was trending. Funky Dineva knows a lot about V103 and all that. So they were asking him, what's your thoughts on this Pat situation. And this is what he stated yesterday that prompted Pat to call around to find out I want to speak to Funky Dineva and tell his ass to keep my name out his goddamn mouth and tell his ass I was going to put him on a show. But now he want to talk shit. His ass ain't going to get shit, but I still want to talk to him. What's his number? Funky Dineva said, bitch, you don't got shit to say to me because I don't want to talk to you. I would address you on my platform, but baby, you can't touch this. You can't get in contact with me, honey. Okay? So this what went down yesterday that prompted Pat to call around and to give a warning to Funky Dineva to keep her name out his mouth. Check it out.
Show on BET, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. If I don't ever have to work with Pat again, if I never in my damn life have to ever work on a set with Miss Pat again, it will be too soon. Miss Pat was the most rudest, most unprofessional bitch I have ever experienced in a working environment. She was rude. She was unprofessional. She was ignorant as all hell. And she was very demeaning to everybody on that doggone on that team. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget. We were sitting down in the middle of the studio.
Girl, he's traumatized by you, Miss Pat. Now he don't want to work for you again. See, she thought that she can lie to Funky and say, I had a job for you, where he was going to backtrack and just, okay, you guys, or take the video down. That's what she wanted. She wanted to bully Funky Dineva out of taking the video down and retracting what he said. Okay, because I guess she don't want no bad publicity about her, but she's okay with putting bad publicity about other black men. Check it out.
For a table read, because in the mornings we read to go over the script. She walked in the middle of everybody reading, and I'm not lying. There's 30, 40 people there that can attest to this. She walked in and she said, don't nobody this morning say an MFing thing to me if they don't want to have to deal with me at the type of morning that I'm going through. And so, mind you, at the time, I only got 2 little lines. So I'm sitting there in my mind thinking to myself, who in the hell is she talking to? I'm looking at her like, who in the hell is she talking to? Because I'm only here for a small cameo and it's 2 lines. And I promise you, I have no problem leaving. That's what was going through my mind. I have no problem leaving because
I know that's right, Funky Dineva. And it just let you know the character of Funky Dineva. He is not desperate for Hollywood. He's not going to put up with disrespect or somebody treating him any type of way. He's not going to allow somebody to bend him over and stick him in a butt, what, and he just going to take that to be famous or to get more money. Hell no. He got standards, honey. He got boundaries. Okay, go ahead. More people need to hear this. Keep going, Funky.
It's not even really paying me anything. And I'm thankful for the opportunity, but I'm not finna be spoken to. And granted, she was not talking to me directly. She was not speaking to me directly. It was a circle of us. She was speaking to everybody. Then outside of that, she goes, "Can somebody go get my breakfast?" And that was the cue for, I guess, the production assistants to run to the back and go get her breakfast. Mind you, breakfast is set up early and everybody, goes and gets their respective breakfast and comes down and eats. Now, here's the thing. Here is why I was disappointed. I was extremely disappointed because when you look up at all of the signage in the place, it says The Miss Pat Show. It says The Miss Pat Show. And I'm like, wow, this was very disappointing because you are the leader of all of this. You are the leader of all of this. Every paycheck every job in this room.
Girl, she might be the female Diddy, honey. You know, they said Diddy was very nasty and rude to people and the mean people, honey. You got to watch out for these Hollywood stars. A lot of people in Hollywood, y'all, they get so big-headed. They disrespect the whole group. They talk to people like they goddamn kids. And, honey, they want everybody to kiss their ass. Well, comment. Let us know what you guys thought about that. I thought that was some tea. Did y'all think it was some tea? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot, so I can always give y'all some tea. All right, and I'm out. Bye.